Florida at the Orange County Convention Center here for the 2026 Florida RIT Operations Group competition. We got Plant City just about to hit the course here. Their time is going to start on course when they hit the door or first make contact with the door, and the time is going to finish when the RIT team gets the victim right here. What's up, friend? Gets that victim out of, well, anywhere. They can get out the window, they can get out the door the way that they came, but they're going to have to navigate the course. So the teams who are running the course are going to have to make a decision on how they want to get into or out of this course today. All of the paths have obstacles, from the traditional forcing the door to some confined space stuff that you see in front of me. So RIT Team 1 entering the course. So these are two-person elements. As RIT Team 1 makes their way onto the course to locate the victim and begin packaging, RIT Team 2 is making their way outside the course to soften the structure, which means opening windows, opening doors, removing locks, controlling flow paths, securing utilities. All while proceeding, much like real life, securing gas. And RIT Team 1 making their way to the more challenging part of the course today. So this section of the course simulates crawling through an attic, so it's the rafter drop. So some of the nuances are that the teams are going to have to make their way through the course. Obviously, we work in buddy systems, so both individuals on that team need to clear the obstacle before they can proceed to the next one. And then they also, so there are two two-person elements that you guys just saw, but also an incident commander or group supervisor who is off-site, can't see what the team is doing, but they're required to make radio communication with those individuals as they encounter obstacles, giving locations, giving CAN reports, letting them know once they find the victim that they found them, so that way there is accountability for the crews that are inside. We're on to the 16-inch, 10-foot pipe, which does require the firefighters to remove their packs while staying on air to reduce their profile. So to complete this obstacle, the firefighters are going to have to put their packs back on. So again, the basics of knowing their equipment, very, very important. And then you see these Plant City firefighters working together as a team, also super important. So what the people in the red shirts are doing is assisting the Draeger RIT pack comes equipped with an additional regulator, but the way that their diaphragm pops open to allow air to free flow, it's pretty much with a differential in pressure. And what we're finding is that when it gets thumped on the ground or these guys are being a little bit hard with their packs, that air is free flowing out of that regulator. So the judges have stepped in to assist with that as something that probably wouldn't normally happen in the field.
Good.
So once they found the victim, they were able to activate Team 2. As you can see, Team 2 making their way onto the course. So the other thing that you're seeing them do is they're calling for air checks. Again, something that probably wouldn't typically happen, but they're using our smoked out series shield, as you can see, which simulate that smoked out environment or being in a smoke filled room. So they can't see their remote gauges to determine exactly how much air they have left. So one of the rules on the course is whenever they call for an air check, one of the evaluators will step in and give it to them. So this seems to be the determining factor with teams is do they take the victim out first or do they take the RIT team 1 out first? And it looks like these guys are opting for RIT 1 to evacuate first. They would be the most depleted on air, but that is a tactical decision that they have to make.
Hey, stop pulling on that.
So right now, one of the course judges, they're not allowed to use that as a ladder, although it would expedite your time to be able to do it. It's not an approved way to get through this obstacle. So like we said, tactically good choice for Plant City to get RIT Team 1 out first. They need to address low air. Their method of addressing is just getting out of the structure, which is totally appropriate. And they're letting RIT Team 2 continue to work the victim. Plant City making pretty good time if they can keep this pace up. Through the first obstacle that this Plant City team is going to face, while removing the victim, and on to the second. And arguably the seemingly, at least today, the more difficult of the two. Is this wall breach section. So we'll see how Plant City navigates this. Plant City making pretty good time if they can clear this obstacle. So remember, these guys aren't able to see super well. Basically just shapes and shadows. So again, arguably the most challenging part of this course is where the Plant City's hung up. So like we said earlier, one of the requirements is a low air alarm, which you're hearing right now, needs to be addressed. However, Team 1 has already evacuated the building with the RIT pack, which would be addressing the issue, or they need to get out as quickly as they possibly can. But it looks like they got the victim through, so they're really going to have to hustle if Plant City wants to finish. heartbreaking for Plant City, unable to get the victim out the window in the 15-minute time frame. Time was called by the judges. They were so close, right on the edge, but it just goes to show you literally that seconds count in these evolutions, in these trainings, and also in real life. So, I mean, that's all it takes to separate a win from a loss, unfortunately. And yeah, Plant City unable to get the victim out, even though they were right at the door there. So that's probably the closest, most heartbreaking one we've seen so far today. But hey, we've got another team coming up. Crowd still showing them some love, and we'll be back with the next one after this.